You remember this chair?
Oh yeah.
Yeah? What's the actual thing that you remember?
It's something you don't like to remember. Your biggest childhood fear. And imagine it now immortalized in a children's book?
Or the mama dog.
What about the mama dog?
That is the reality for 15-year-old Maksym, the inspiration for The Chair by the Side of the Road, a book based on many car trips to the cottage Maksym spent when he was young, along with his uncle and author, Adrian Hawaleshka.
Going on highway number 8, past this gigantic white chair, every single time Maksym would close his eyes, cover them up like this, and start to cry. And you know, I had no kids at the time. I mean, my reaction was essentially probably completely inept. But at one point, finally, I pulled over and I said, "Why are you crying? You know, what's the matter?" And he said that chair scares him. Who sits in it? How big is he? What does he want from me? And why is he watching me?
But the real story is what every parent innocently does to ensure a peaceful and quiet family trip.
My parents used to like taunt me and tell me that that a bear sat there, and that if I was gonna, because I used to like scream in the car, that if I was gonna keep screaming and doing bad stuff in the car, that the bear was gonna come and put me in timeout and I'd get in trouble by the bear, and I was really terrified of that. Sometimes my sister would just be like, "We passed it," and I'd look up and the chair's there and I'd just freak out.
His nephew's fear of the big chair engrossed Hawaleshka, and after the birth of his own son Luka, he decided to write the story. In an imaginary village, a young boy named Luka grows to be a giant and too big to live in the village. They build a very large chair for him to sit in, but soon Luka becomes lonely and isolated. Finally, a humongous dog befriends him, bringing love and family back into his life.
It just didn't seem to be right to end there. And I thought that, well, wherever this big dog came from, there must have been other big dogs along there too. And I thought, well, you know, if he's a big dog, maybe he's married.
I've always been a little bit concerned and preoccupied with how people who are a little bit different are treated, and it's bothersome to me. And it's not necessarily that they're treated differently because of hatred. I mean, they're treated differently because people are a little bit scared. And what I would like is for that little just displacement of Luka from the village because they were scared of him, for parents to talk to their kids. What do you think about that? Is that the right thing to do for Luka? How do you think he feels about that? And is there, you know, maybe there's somebody in your school that feels that way? You know, I think that the older the child gets, and then that's more of what I hope to get from it.
For Go Winnipeg, I'm Tracy Koga.